Hey, thanks for coming back to part 2 of the Carto-Madness Halloween Special, America is a Hell of a Place. Today we are going to get all this data that you see here and focus in and make this heat map down here in the lower right corner. So let's go, let's get to it. Okay, so let's stray away from the Living Atlas and go out to the interwebs and type US place names GIS data. And when we scroll down, we can see our good friends at the USGS have just what we're looking for. So what we need to do is we need to type in hell here. Let's type hell. And we get all hell in the United States, 247. And we can put them on the map and we can download it. Now USGS doesn't have an OR functionality to this, so we have to do it manually and type hells to add the plural. And there's some more. There's 200 and what? 223-ish. Okay, add those two and download those, and they just come in just slick as could be. And we'll do the same for devil and devils and Satan and Satans. And once we download those, we'll open up our Arc Pro, and we can see that they're in the folder that we're looking for. And so let's go ahead and move those into our map. There you go. Now we have to turn those CSV files into point files, shapefile, actually feature class. So we can create point from table with this tool right here. We tell it where to put it. Spelling counts. Points 1. Original. And it's smart enough to know the longitude and latitude right out of the table, which is great. So we say OK. And it goes ahead and drops that new one right on there. Just slick as could be. So OK, let's do it with the rest of these. And I'll speed this up because it's just repetitive. And now we have all of our points, and we can get rid of these CSV files. And we have the points that we need here. So let's go ahead and merge those by going to our analysis toolbar and typing merge, and we can do them all in one swell foop by hitting merge here, selecting all of our points, all 6 of them, dropping them here, and we have to tell it where to put it. Of course, let's put it right here, and then the same points, and we'll say all. Again, spelling counts. I must have gone to public school. No offense to any public school teachers out there. And all points. Oh, it doesn't like all points. Oh, it's got a space. It does not like spaces. So let's go ahead and put an underscore in there, and all is happy. And let's run it. And now we can see that we have all of our points in one. So let's turn all these off. And we see we have all of our points in one feature class. Okay, now that we have all of our points in one file, let's go ahead and make a heat map. Now, we're tempted to go ahead and just use the symbology. So let's right click and go to symbology and use the little known symbology of heat map right here. If we do that, it's like, oh, that's pretty ugly. So let's change our search radius maybe to something like 10 units, and that's even uglier. That's not exactly right for maybe a national map, so that's not going to work either. So let's maybe change it to our more hellish color ramp. Now, I don't like it, so let's change it. Go the other way. Let's try 15. 15? Nah. Still not great. Okay, 50. What happens when we go 50? Okay, way too washed out. Looks, too washed out. So let's go back to single symbol. And let's go up to our analysis tab and tools. And there is a tool here called Kernel Density, which is like a high octane heat map symbology. So let's go ahead and drag our points in there and tell it where to put the raster. Let's put it right in this, right there, and call it heat map. And we leave our output cell size, this is the default, and do a search radius of 5 units. See what happens. Once that runs, there it is. And let's go ahead and drag it up here where we can see it. Okay, well, I think we're getting closer, so let's go right click now, and now go to symbology. And instead of classify all these classifications, let's go ahead and stretch it across a color ramp and our Hellish ramp right here. And we're getting somewhere. It looks closer to what's in my mind's eye. But yeah, still not exactly right. So let's go ahead and get rid of that and go ahead and rerun that. Change a couple little parameters. Again, let's drag our points. And output raster is right there. Okay. And let's change. Let's change the search radius to this. Okay. Okay, let's try it. See what it looks like. Okay, a little better. And go to symbology. And same thing. Stretch it across the color ramp. Not this gray one. This one. There we go. Okay, now we're starting. And that's looking a little hot. A little hotter than I anticipated. So let's do this one more time. And it's really pixelated too, so we're going to change that. So we'll remove that. Run it one more time. And, not the points, not the map, just the points, And we're going to change our, well, first of all, yeah, let's put it in the right place, heat map. Great. And let's change our cell size to 0.01, so it's not so pixelated. And then we'll change our search radius to 2.5 units and run. And once that runs, that takes a little bit more time. But once that runs, let's see what we get. Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead and drag that. All right, and let's go to symbology. And one more time, stretch it across a color ramp. And let's change it to our, gray, no. Change it to our Hellish color ramp right here. And okay, that looks great. Now that is what I'm looking for. So you can see, it's a lot of trial and error. I'm changing a couple parameters to kind of get it dialed in to what seems to work best for you and your project. Okay, so stay tuned for the exciting part 3 of America is a Hell of a Place.